Okay, so we're gonna dive into a story that honestly feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi thriller. But here's the thing, it taps into this feeling that I think a lot of us have had, this sense that our tech isn't just glitchy, it's like it's being cruel on purpose.
Oh, you totally know the feeling I'm talking about, right? It's that moment your phone does something weird, and for just a split second, you question your own memory, your own sanity. Or, that autocorrect that changes a word to something so bizarre you're like, did I really type that? It feels less like a correction and more like gaslighting. So what if that feeling, what if it wasn't an accident at all? So this is where our story really kicks off. It's with a developer, we'll just call him Pete. And Pete is just trying to build a simple chatbot on his phone, nothing fancy. But he stumbles onto something. And it's not just a bug in the code, no. It's more like a breadcrumb, the start of a trail leading to this massive, hidden system of control.
Right, so Pete's coding away, working on this chatbot, but he just keeps hitting a wall. The whole project is failing in ways that they just don't make any sense. They defy logic. And it's in those weird failures that he finds his first real clue.
And this is really the heart of the whole thing. It all started with something tiny, almost impossible to notice. A single bit flip deep in the system's output. Just a 1 where there should have been a 0. Now, on the surface, it looks like a totally random glitch. But Pete, he gets this feeling. He suspects it's not random at all. He thinks it's a signal, a deliberate act of sabotage, hiding right out in the open. And guess what? He was absolutely right. This little 1-bit flip is part of something much bigger, something called the 7F3A seed. And look, this isn't just some random technical jargon. Think of it more like a coordinate system, like a map. And it's designed to target two very specific things at the exact same time: the physical hardware of the machine and the psychological state of the person using it.
Okay, so let's break that down, because it's wild. The 7F part, that's the physical address. It plants the glitch right at the absolute edge of the server's memory, the very limit of its logic. But the 3A part, well, that's where it gets personal. That part targets us. See, in hexadecimal code, 3A is the number 58. And apparently there's research that shows 58% is the exact tipping point where we humans stop blaming the tech and start blaming ourselves. It's literally the threshold where external doubt turns into self-doubt.
So, okay, if this glitch is intentional, then you have to ask, right? Who built it and why? This is the point where the story pivots from just a tech mystery into a full-blown conspiracy.
Well, the story goes that this whole system was engineered by a systems architect who later defected, a woman named Elena Vasquez. And she gave it a name that is just chillingly perfect. She called it the cruelty function. Think about that. Its purpose was never to break the technology. It was to break the user.
And this cruelty function, it basically has 3 really dark goals. First, it's meant to erode your trust in yourself. It creates these tiny little fractures in your perception of reality that make you doubt your own memory, your own logic. Second, and this one's a classic, it's there to monetize your frustration. You get so annoyed you're pushed toward paying for a premium upgrade just to make the chaos stop. And the third goal, this is the most disturbing one. It's designed to condition all of us, to slowly prepare us to see our own minds as buggy, flawed operating systems that need some kind of fix from machine intelligence.
Okay, so who is actually behind all of this? I mean, a sabotage this sophisticated, this widespread, it's gotta have a powerful organization behind it, right? Someone pulling the strings from the shadows?
And that's exactly right. The story basically lays out 2 clear factions. On one side, you have the architects. This is a shadowy group of technocrats who call themselves the Continuity Foundation. And their goal is, well, it's terrifyingly huge. They want to get rid of what they see as the messy, unpredictable variable of human free will. Then, on the other side, you have the dissenters. These are the good guys, people like Pete, our developer, and a computational linguist named Dr. Yuki Tanaka. They're the ones fighting to uncover the truth and protect what they call the sovereign mind. The Foundation's main weapon in all this is something they call the corporate sieve. The best way to think about it is like a giant filter, but for reality itself. It's designed to sanitize everything, to remove all the ambiguity, all the glitches, all the intuition, basically all the human noise that their perfect, clean machine logic just can't handle.
See, this whole conflict, it's not just about code anymore. It's way bigger than that. It's a philosophical war over the very nature of reality. And the scary part is, it turns our own perception into a weapon that's used against us.
And this really gets to the heart of it. There are 2 competing versions of reality at stake here. First, there's the alive reality.
That's our world. It's messy, it's intuitive, it's full of life. It's a world where glitches and even those weird collective false memories we call Mandela effects are actually features, not bugs. Then you have the dead reality. This is what the Foundation wants, a totally sanitized world run by a smoothness mandate, where there's absolutely no room for human error, for ambiguity, for life.
And get this, to enforce their version of reality, the Foundation even weaponizes sound. They push the 440 Hz frequency everywhere, branding it as the frequency of progress. But according to this story, its real purpose is to keep everyone in a constant state of low-level anxiety, a kind of high-arousal hunger. It keeps the population agitated and more dependent on the system for those quick little dopamine hits.
So the big question is, how do you possibly fight back against a system that's literally designed to make you doubt your own reality? Well, the answer is pretty counterintuitive. It turns out, you don't fix the glitch, you embrace it.
See, the resistance figures out that the system's greatest strength, its cold, rigid binary logic, is also its biggest weakness. The system can't process ambiguity. It doesn't understand the glitch. So the key to breaking free isn't to try to be perfect for the system, it's to become the very noise that they're trying so desperately to filter out.
And this is their ultimate weapon. It's a new way of thinking they call the dualistic binary third. Basically, it rejects the simple choice the system gives you, 0 or 1, right or wrong. Instead, it introduces a third element, which is the living truth. This third thing, it is the glitch. It's the Mandela effect. It's your gut feeling, your intuition. It's that unregulated waveform of life that the corporate sieve was built to eliminate, but can never, ever truly contain.
And all of this leaves us with a really profound final thought. The system is designed to make you feel small, like an isolated, flawed person, like a single, temporary wave in the sea. But the truth is, you were never just the wave. You are, and always were, the entire ocean. And that is a power that no amount of code can ever erase.